Okay, so what's up guys? In this video we will be customizing the look of our site. Now this should probably be a brief video, because there isn't much you have to do after you have installed the theme, because in most of the cases that does the work for you already. So let's just start with removing this extra post that we have here, the demo post that comes along with WordPress. So let's go into our posts and let's just move this to trash. Now let's just go back and do the same for the pages, the sample page. Let's just go ahead and trash this. And I think the last thing that remains is the comment. Oh, nice. As you can see, we already have started receiving spam complaints, spam comments. So which is a sort of a good sign, because of the fact that seems like our site is already getting some traction. So that's, it's not a good thing, but it's a good sign, obviously. So what we need to do now here is that we go back to our site and we click on the customize button right here, and let's just see what we can do with the X theme. So let's start with the basics here. We can go ahead and select a site icon, which I'm gonna go ahead and open a flat icon. And this is a very good site for icons. I do have a pro account on this, so that's that too. But since our site is related to bodybuilding, I think that this dumbbell would be a good sign icon. Yeah, I don't think so. That's a bad idea. How about this one? This looks even better. I'm gonna download a PNG in 512 by 512. Now again, remember that if you don't have a free account, you shouldn't be using this image. Sorry, if you don't have a pro account, you shouldn't be using this image, because you have to credit the author when you download a free image from here. But I do have a pro account, so I can use it. So that's what I'm gonna do. You can obviously go and look for any other image, or even you can just create one yourself if you are good at Photoshop or something. And as you can see, our icon is there now. So let's just see the menus. I don't think so there's much we have to do here. Yeah, I don't think so. We need to do anything here. What I was thinking, however, was the fact that if we could remove these and maybe put this here, that should be good. Let's see how we can do that. Let's disable this, and as you can see, that's a goner. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna create a new menu. I'm gonna call this a footer menu maybe, and I'm gonna add items. Let's go and select the legal pages, the privacy policy, the terms and conditions. I think that I will add a home page link in here as well. I'm gonna copy paste this. I'm gonna call it home. I'm gonna add this to menu. I'm gonna bring this up here, and I think that we should add the categories here too, so it looks good. Let's just go ahead and do that. Not seeing the fourth category here. So anyway, we're just gonna go with this for now. And as you can see, it's all updating in real time right here. I'll have to figure out a way to remove this right now. We'll just go and see that for now. But yeah, this looks fine to me. Let's check widgets. And as you can see in widgets here, we have on the main sidebar the recent post bar, recent comments, archives, categories, and the meta. So you can you know, add more widgets here. Let's see if there's anything useful. Maybe a calendar. This will basically, you know, display the amount of posts and when they happen. As you can see, that there were posts made on these dates, so it's red. So you know, that's what this is for. Let's see if it is anything useful. Let's see how this looks. Nice, actually. So when you use this, basically you are becoming GDPR compliant. This is, you know, showing you the custom cookie policy. And you can obviously change all of these settings and stuff, and you can play with the color schemes and stuff too. Let's see the dark one. And this actually looks much better, so I think I'm gonna go with this. And you can obviously play with the position. I don't think so it will look as good on the top. Let's see. Yeah, certainly not looking very good. I think I'm gonna keep this to bottom. And I think we are done here. Yeah, this actually looks good. So let's see what else can we use here. Okay, we can display the posts. Yeah, I think that's actually a good idea too. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so this is basically a you know, yeah, I don't think so this will work for us because of the fact that it will be fetching posts from another site. So that's not what's something that we want to do, right? We're gonna leave that for now. Let's see. And we can obviously add images of our own to make it look good. The gallery. And let's see if there's anything else that we have that might be interesting. Obviously we can add the social media icons. So if you have, you know, social media accounts for your website, or if you're building, which I highly recommend that you do, because you know, social signals help you increase the rank of your site. So you just go ahead and create accounts on, you know, Facebook pages, Twitter account, and YouTube account, Instagram account, and link that here. And then we can add the tag cloud as well, which I think is another good idea because it makes the site kind of look good. As you can see here, that looks absolutely beautiful. What I'm gonna do, however, is I'm gonna delete a few things. I'm gonna delete this comment section, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna remove archives. And I think I'm gonna remove the meta details as well. We don't need that here. I think that's much better. You can add a video of your own if you want in here. But I think we're good for now for the widget section. So I'm gonna go ahead and publish this for now. And now let's you know, once this is published, let's just go to the X theme options and edit some things there. Now this seems like a sort of a new update, because the last time I used this the X theme, they were doing this in the WordPress customization panel, but this looks much different, so it shouldn't be a problem. So X theme has different kinds of stacks, right? You can use different kinds of stacks. So I mean, I don't know how to explain this, so I'm just going to show you the stacks that you have in this, and you can just select anything that you like better than the current one. So yep, I personally love the integrity stack, but if you have a different taste, that's fine too. You can just go ahead and select anything that you like better, but I'm gonna show you all of these here so it's easier for you. Actually, this isn't half bad, but again, yeah, I honestly love the integrity stack, so I'm going with that. And I'm gonna come back, and obviously there are the edit the options, or more design stuff that you can do for the theme itself. If you like a darker feeling of your theme, you can go and do this. Now of course you will have to make some edits to make sure that it looks proper good, because the fonts and all that are supposed to be different, but I personally like the light skin better. And then you can sort of change the transparency of the top bar if you wanted. Let's see how that looks. Actually, I can't tell a lot of difference, maybe because of the fact that the bar is set to be frozen at the top instead of scrolling with the screen. So I think that I'm gonna leave this as is for now, and I'm not sure what the navigation bar here is actually, so I'm gonna leave that, and then you can obviously play with the footer transparency as well. And yeah, so this is basically the caption and the this is basically the heading and the caption here, so you can go ahead and edit that. I think this is fine. And then this is the portfolio option if you have that enabled on your site, which I don't, so I'm gonna leave that. Then we have the layout and design, and I kinda like playing with this because I don't like it being this big, so I want it to be boxed, right? So this actually looks much better to me, but I'm also going to decrease the width here. I think let me just see. Yep, much better. As you can see, I don't know, I think I like this better. And well, let's see. Yeah, you can obviously play with this as well. You can make the sidebar go to the left side if you want, or you can just have a site without a sidebar, but I'm gonna go with this for now. And then we can obviously edit the background stuff. You can change the background color, you can add your own pattern image, or even a image, one single image. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave this as is for now. You can obviously go ahead and play with that. Then we have the typography, so you can just change the fonts and all that stuff as you want. You can change the links color. Basically the links color is this, so you can change these to sort of match your brand. So if you have a logo that is, let's say, blue, and you want these to be blue as well, you can just go ahead and easily do that from here. And then we have a few more typography things if you want to play with that. Then you can obviously change the button style in here as well. So whenever you add a button, which by the way, they with Xtheme you get a lot of shortcodes that you can place, and you know, so there's a button shortcode as well, so you can edit these, and it's gonna reflect on that, but I don't really have any buttons, so I'm gonna leave that. Then we have the header section. So you know, the nav bar we just saw, the transparency thing we did, I think that this is what it reflects at. Let's see. Yep, as you can see, this was kind of like sticked to the top when it was at static, but now that I have changed it to fixed, it's scrolling with the site, so that I think that looks much better. And you can obviously play with the height. I think it's fine, so I'm not gonna change it. Then you can obviously upload your own logo. I don't have one, so I'm just gonna let it be. And you know, you can make all of these edits and stuff. I'm just gonna leave it be for now. And same goes for the footer as well. Actually, I'm gonna disable the footer widgets because I'm not using any. So let's see. Yep, looks much better and smaller. And then you can change this, you know, this sort of this thing if you don't want. Now, Sprout Tech is basically my company, so that's why I wrote that. But you can write literally anything that you want. So that's that. And then we have the blog section, which is this, and you know, they have two different styles, and I really like this masonry design, which basically, you know, kind of brings the, you know, the post side to side in a smaller fashion. What I can do here is let's just see. Let's play with this and see how this looks. Right, so that just disappeared our sidebar, which is obviously not something I want. So I'm gonna bring that back. But what I'm gonna, what I will have to do is I will have to, you know, sort of change the width, because it's not allowing the other column to appear beside this. So I'm gonna play with the width, and as you can see, it's appearing fine now. So that's good enough, I think. I'm gonna go back in here, and I can, you know, add the portfolio if you have that, but I don't, so I'm gonna move on. Then obviously you can add your, you know, profile URLs in it, as you will see here. Let's just see how this looks and where it comes up, because I have no clue. I think I have used this previously. So it's, yeah, it's showing up in the footer. So when you add the links, it can basically, you know, just show up in the footer. But I'm gonna remove these because I don't have a, you know, fan pages yet. And let's see, what do we have here? Scroll to top anchor. Yeah, I think that's fine. This is basically a button that will come up whenever someone scrolls X amount of your website, and I'm not sure why it's not showing up here, but let's see. Yep, it's showing up here, so that was getting kind of overlapped. But yeah, anyway, and once you think you are done, you can just go ahead and save this. It has been saved. Now let's just go ahead and view our website. And voila, as you can see, here is our site, looking absolutely brilliant. And let's just see and remove these things, because we have already added that in our footer, so it's not really looking good here. Let's see how we can remove that. I honestly have no clue. So you know, it's coming from the WP Auto Terms plugin, so there should be a setting in here somewhere. Let's see. I'm actually not sure where this is coming from. What's this? Yep, this is enabled. I'm just gonna go ahead and disable this. And yep, I think we're good. Let's just check out the site now. And yeah, that's a goner. So let's open this in a incognito window, because I would like to see that, you know, that cookie policy thing. Let's see how this works. Yeah, so I think what we have to do here is I'm gonna go in and customize this again, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove that, and instead of using that, what I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use the WP Auto Terms to add that, right? I'm gonna delete this because this Jetpack one is honestly not looking good, and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna publish this, and I'm pretty sure that you know, the Auto Terms one, it actually looks pretty good compared to this. So we're done here. I'm gonna close this. I'm going to go back to here, and you know, I'm going to configure this. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so this one is basically a premium one, and if you do have a premium license you can enable this, but I don't have one. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of using this, I think GDPR plugin that I installed, it does have this setting. I'm pretty sure about that. I have used it previously. So what is this? Yeah, I think we have already enabled this when, you know, we are kinda using the ask your visitors for permission to enable certain scripts for tracking or advertising purposes. Add a consent for each type of script you are requesting permission for. Let's see. Yeah, this is what I was talking about actually. So you know, what we can do here is we can kinda enable this, and we can, let's say, add our analytics code here. Let's see. Now obviously you can go and copy paste your Google Analytics code in here. Now we are also using a Google Analytics plugin, so you know, this won't make much of a difference. Yep. So let's just update this, and let's go back on our site and check that out. I am going to open our site in the incognito mode, and let's see. Awesome. So as you can see here, this bar looks much better, and it's coming from the WP GDPR compliance plugin. And yeah, this is actually and when you go into settings, you can basically just can just see what kind of scripts the person viewing this website will be able to see what kind of scripts we are actually, you know, going to be putting into their browser. So this makes your website 100% GDPR compliant, and once they accept this, they basically, you know, give us the consent. Now obviously there are some things that we have to trigger without their consent, so you know, we just inform them that if they are using our site, it means that they are automatically consenting us for that. And for that, you as you just saw, I basically enabled this box, and that did the job. But if you're using something that is optional for the user to opt in or opt out for, you can just basically, you know, uncheck this box, and that should do the job. So as you can see, our website here looks pretty good now, and obviously you can change anything that you want to your own liking, but this is how I love it, so that's how I'm going to keep it. So yeah, that's about it for this video, and I see that this video has really got a bit long, but it was supposed to be. But yeah, so I'm gonna see you in the next one.